What's up, guys? Today I'm going to do a tutorial on the very basics of Lightroom Classic. I've seen a lot of Lightroom Classic videos and I feel like a lot of them didn't really explain just the very basics of it. So first thing I want to start out with is you've got to have a hard drive. You need to get a hard drive. Mine looks like this. That's because I painted mine. Kind of cool. But if you just look right here, okay, so hard drives are not very expensive. This one right here is 5 terabytes for $109. I think this one is 5 terabytes as well, but that's cheap. $109, it's not that much. So if you're willing to pay for it, then you're willing to pay for it. It's not a lot of money. Go out and mow some lawns if you can't pay for it. Okay, I'm just gonna get right into Lightroom Classic. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug my hard drive in. I'm going to open up Lightroom Classic. I'm going to close this down. So here's the thing with Lightroom Classic. Whoopsies, not Lightroom Mobile. Alright, so you pull it up and this is where I left off on. But here's the thing is when you pull it up, it should come up with a library thing. Now this all looks really confusing, and honestly, I couldn't tell you what half of it even does. There's things that you need to know and things that you probably don't need to know if you're a very simple photographer. So here's the thing is right here in this catalog stuff, this is where everything from your computer shows up. So my hard drive's name is Card Dog, okay? So I named it Card Dog. You can name yours whatever you want, but in Card Dog I have so many folders, and these folders are their own individual folders in my hard drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up my hard drive really quick. I'm gonna go Finder, open up Card Dog. So here are all my folders that I have, right? Okay, these are all the same over here. See that? So you don't make the folders in Lightroom. That's what I thought at first. I thought you made the folders in Lightroom. You don't. You make the folders in your hard drive, and then Lightroom is oh, okay, I see what you did, and then it pulls it up. So if I go under Fun, right? So Fun is right there. So if I go under Fun, which is this folder right here, there's all of this stuff, and it pulls up all this stuff right here. So here's the thing is you don't need that open. You just need to be able to navigate around here and you'll be just fine. So how you're going to import photos from your hard drive is you're going to click import, okay? So that'll pull up pretty much everything, and you're going to go to your hard drive and you're going to click and you're going to go under everything. So this is everything on my hard drive, and let's say I want to go fun. I did a cool little shoot yesterday. I'm gonna go to other because that's where my shoot, I put my shoot, and then I did blinds, and I'm gonna go into raw because I named it raw, okay? So all of this stuff is just things that I named it. You can name them whatever you want. So these are the pictures from that shoot. So in this case, I've already imported all the pictures that I want. I don't want any of these that I have on there on my hard drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and click cancel, but what you'll do is you're gonna click import, okay? So you're gonna click import, and it's gonna pull up just like this, okay? It's gonna show all your photos just like this. So what you're gonna do is right now you're in the library panel, okay? The only two panels you need to know are the library and the develop, unless you're going somewhere big, but this is just the basics. Library and develop. So in order to edit your photos that you've just imported, you're gonna hit develop, okay? So in develop, it should pull up the same kind of screen, except all your photos are now on the bottom down here. You see that? So I'm gonna go ahead and click on, let's see, say this one, okay? Let's see, I'm gonna reset this. So this is the original photo. So with this original photo, what I can do is you're gonna go ahead and just use this panel off to the right. It looks big and scary. It's not. What you think it is what it's going to be. The temperature just controls your white balance, what the white looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this a little bit warmer just because I like warm photos. I'm gonna take the exposure down. I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna take it up a tiny bit. And then contrast, kind of see what it does there. I'm gonna bring mine up just a little bit. Highlights, almost always you're gonna take highlights down. Shadows, you can bring the shadows up a little bit. Whites, you can make pop a little bit more. You can go into texture, clarity, all sorts of good stuff. Okay, so once you've got so here's the before. If you click the button right below delete, that little slash button, that'll show you the before and the after. So there's before right there, and there's after. So I'm thinking that looks pretty good, right? So say I'm wanting to export this photo, or let's say like a batch of photos. Oh, here's the other thing. If you have a huge batch of photos, like all 12 of these photos, I can go ahead and select this one and put like the same edits on it, and then select the rest of them. Okay, and then if I want the same edit on all of them, I'm gonna hit sync, and then it's gonna ask you which ones do you want to sync, like which things do you want. I've set it to what I want, and then you're gonna hit synchronize, and it's gonna make all the photos the same as this prime one that you have selected. Okay, so it's gonna put the same edits. For exporting, you're gonna take all of these different photos that you have down here, and you're gonna make sure that you select all of them. Okay, you're gonna go File, you're gonna go Export, okay? And then this is just asking you where you want to export them to, okay? So right here is the folder name that it's gonna export to. Before you export, make a folder in your hard drive that you want your photos to go to. In this case, I've already made a folder and it's under everything. So I'm gonna choose that one, but if you want to choose a specific one, you can go here and it'll bring up, and then it'll make it easy for you, and you can just go in and select blinds and then edited. That's the folder that I made. I made a raw versus an edited file, right? Because the raw photos go in there, and then the edited files, raw goes in there, edited files go in there. So here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click edited, okay? Choose that one, and since I've got that chosen, I don't want to put it in another subfolder, because unless you want to put it in another subfolder, I don't look at any of this stuff. It pretty much automatically does it for you, and it does an awesome job. Okay, and then you're just gonna hit export. I've already exported them, but if you hit export, once you hit export, there's gonna be a little bar up here that starts loading your export. It depends on how long or how many photos you have, but sometimes exporting can take a few hours. I one time exported 1,000 photos and it took me 2 hours. So like only 13 photos will only take you like 30 minutes. And then once they're exported, what I do personally to get them to my phone is I go into my Finder, right? Go into wherever they were. So I'm gonna go to where I exported them. So it was blinds, and then it was edited, and then I'm just gonna take all of these, I'm gonna open up photos on my Mac, this is for Mac mostly, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and import all those photos, just drag and drop them right there, and then from my Mac, I just airdrop them to my phone, and then on my phone, I usually will use like VSCO presets or whatever. A lot of photographers don't prefer to do that, but I do. I just use VSCO presets. This is kind of basic adjustments on Lightroom. So there you go. There's the basics of Lightroom. I hope that helped. I tried to make it short. I'm sorry if I talk too fast. Go ahead and give me a subscribe if you liked it, because I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff like this. I'm brand new to YouTube, so go ahead and like it if you did like it. If you didn't like it, then I'm sorry. I will try to do better next time. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Bye.